Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you had a great week. Today is September 22nd, 2023, and this is your Friday planning video. This has been a pretty pivotal week in the markets, but as you know, this is not the video for that. Please check in on Tuesday next week for the Tuesday market update due to the Yom Kippur holiday on Monday. So let's start with a topic we've discussed a lot and one that is so important right now. As of this month, student loans are back on the table. I've mentioned before that I do not think this is going to be as impactful on the economy as a whole as the media is making it out to be, but make no mistake, it will be impactful to the 40 million borrowers. Instead of going cold turkey and getting back to full payment mode, the Biden administration, though they lost the court battle to have a bunch of loans forgiven, they did not go away without a plan. This new plan, as I've spoken about before, is called the SAVE plan. That is S-A-V-E plan. That's Saving on Valuable Education, SAVE. Regardless, the changes and the different options for those with loans has gotten to be a bit better, but also a bit more confusing. There are a lot of ways to dig into this. Please contact me if you want to discuss them. There's also a simulator on the Student Aid website. That's www.studentaid.gov. Look for the loan simulator. I just want to take a few minutes to talk about some pros and cons of the new plan. Like anything, and certainly anything from the government, there are both. As of this week, there are over 4 million borrowers signed up. And I have to say that the news that I saw was pretty impressed by that number. I am not. That's only 10%, and this has been big news. So there's obviously confusion about the new plan, and if it's a good one for all, again, you have to find out. Please contact me with questions or go right to the website and check it out. A quick rundown on the pros and cons, then a few more items before we head into the weekend. So before you say I'm a total cynic, here are the 3 benefits of the plan. First, affordable monthly payments. The current payment will be capped at 10% of your discretionary income, and there's more good news, and that is that the calculation for discretionary income has gone from protecting 150% of the poverty rate to 225% of the poverty rate. A quick example, because that's not such an easy concept. If a family of 2 earns $75,000 annual income, the discretionary income would have been $45,420 under the prior plan. The new calculation brings that number to $30,630. That's the number that your loan can be 10% of. So the lower the number, the better for the borrower. But it gets better, and that is that 10% changes to 5% next summer. So there are also levels that qualify you for $0 monthly payments. The next one is a math riddle, but if it is still a benefit, and that there is a cap on the interest. Overall, the plan calls for a minimum payment, as we've just discussed, but once you meet that, regardless of the actual interest rate and accrual amount, it will not be added to your loan. I wish they'd do that for all loans, right? Oh, then the lender will make no money. Oh yeah, remember who the lender is here. The last one for today, and the list can go on and on for pros and cons, and I will not go on and on. The loan forgiveness is still a thing. Beginning next year, if you owe less than $12,000 after 10 years of payments, any remaining balance will be forgiven. If the loan is bigger, for every $1,000 more, you have to add a year, up to 20 or 25 years, depending on the degree that you get. Quick note, really important to keep this one in mind, it may be a taxable event if you have loans forgiven. It's a state by state, but some count loan forgiveness as income. Okay, for all those that are convinced the government gives gifts with no downside, yes, there are some cons and some things to watch out for. Not everyone's monthly payments will go down. This depends on a lot of variables. One is the size of the loan. The old way was balance driven. The new way is income driven. If you earn more, your payments will go up, and of course your loan will be repaid more quickly. Thus you may miss out on that forgiveness part. You gotta love the incentive, right? Earn more, pay more. Speaking of incentive to earn more, second con, your payments go up annually as your income increases. Yes, you have to recertify your income annually, and the monthly payments are recalculated annually. Finally, the parents that helped out and took out a Parent Plus loans to assist the process, those loans are ineligible for the SAVE plan. There may be some ways to move that into qualified loans, so check out those options. Okay, that's a quick pro and con list for the SAVE plan. As I mentioned, this has become very confusing, so I recommend you start with the government site. Just to remind you, www.studentaid.gov. Let me know if you want to talk more about that. Next, I want to touch on RMDs, required minimum distributions. Remember, Rebecca, my father, and I will be in touch soon about wrapping that distribution up if you have not done so yet for this year. As today's video is showing, it seems that change brings confusion, at least with the 2 government programs I'm talking about today. As always, it is important to remind you that I do not offer personal tax or legal advice. Please contact your tax and legal professionals. I'm happy to discuss your case with them once proper permission has been granted. This is a reminder for both the clients and the accountants and the legal side that are watching this. Please don't wait until the last minute to contact us. We will require permission in order to protect your personal information. Simply, if I can say that, the Secure Act 2.0 raised the RMD age to 73 from 72, where the Secure Act changed it from where it was at 70 and a half. This is very important. If you turned 73 in 2023, please let's talk. But this is not just for those that are in the 72 to 73 and beyond age brackets. Please remember, we've been talking about this for the past few years. One of the biggest changes in planning, especially in retirement planning, happened with the Secure Act, when they removed the stretch IRA and made it that non-spouse beneficiaries of retirement assets have 10 years to remove all that money from the plan. That means that a whole new level of cash flow planning was born, and I urge you to work with me on this. It really may be that waiting for RMD age is not the best thing anymore. Remember, for example, if you retire at 65 and hold off on Social Security until 70, that 5 years may provide lower income tax rates until the Social Security income kicks in. This is one item to discuss. It is a sweet spot for withdrawal. It may be a sweet spot for withdrawals, Roth conversions. These are all very exciting planning opportunities that your tax advisor and myself can work with you on. Please engage us for that. Okay, that's enough for this week. Again, market update will have to wait until Tuesday, but you should not have to worry. Yom Kippur is usually one of the slowest trading days of the year, though history has not always repeated itself this year. In fact, maybe it hasn't even rhymed. So for now, come back next week and have a great weekend.